Myths, false information, and ideas that spread like wildfire. Actually, it is believed that misinformation spreads much faster than factual information. It seems one person says something to another, and then that person tells another person, and then that other person posts it on social media, and another writes an article or a blog post about it, which encourages even more people to spread the information, and it goes on from there. There are even myths about animals. One of them is that a goldfish forgets things after just 3 seconds. Have you ever heard someone say that so-and-so has the memory of a goldfish, insinuating that they have a terrible memory? Well, it's not true. Scientists have proven that goldfish can remember things for much longer than 3 seconds. In fact, not only can they remember things for at least 5 hours, they are thought to be able to recognize different people and learn and process different information. Myth number 2. Mother birds will reject their babies if they are touched by a human. Seems like the perfect way to prevent your kids from attempting to rescue a baby bird they find and think needs help but is likely just learning how to fly. But it's not true. The mother bird likely won't even realize that you touched them, since most birds don't have the best sense of smell and don't recognize their babies by smell at all, but instead by their appearance and the sounds that they make. So don't worry too much about touching a baby bird. Now, myth number 3 is told to many young kids by their parents. Don't touch that toad or frog. If it pees on you, it can give you warts. Yucky, but not true. This belief is likely due to how many warts toads can have themselves. But those warts actually act as armor for them, helping to protect their skin, not give us warts. Warts are caused by a type of virus known as HPV, which is believed to only be in humans. Okay, moving on. Have you ever seen a movie that shows a bat flying into someone's hair? Heard the term, "you're as blind as a bat"? Or maybe the story about how bats like to drink your blood? Guess what? They're myths. Well, except for a couple of species of bats drinking blood, but other than that, they're all myths. Most species of bats simply eat insects or fruit. They have no interest in flying in your hair, and with their excellent use of echolocation, I doubt that they would do it by accident. And they are not blind. They just have small eyes. And like the majority of animals with small eyes, they can't see as well as you and me. The next myth I'm sharing with you has to do with ostriches. Do any facts come to mind? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. I'm talking about the belief that ostriches bury their head in the sand when they're scared. This one reminds me of when you see a child who covers their face and says, "If I can't see you, you can't see me." Cute, but not true. When an ostrich is scared and doesn't have any way to escape, it'll likely lay on the ground as flat as it can and attempt to blend in with its environment. This may look like they have their head in the ground, but my guess is that this myth might have something to do with the fact that ostriches dig holes in the ground as nests for their eggs, often sticking their heads into the holes to turn their eggs. Thank goodness they don't just ram their heads into the ground, because I'm not sure how they would breathe. And last, but not least, the myth that keeps many from ever swimming in the ocean. The myth that sharks can smell a drop of blood from miles away. While it is true that they have a great sense of smell, their scent isn't much better than any other fish. And they can only smell a drop of blood from about 1/4 of a mile away, giving you plenty of time to get out of the water if you cut yourself and don't feel safe. So tell me, do you know any other animal myths? I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. Say what?